20 राउंड जप कर लेते हैं. कॉन्शियसनेस. चलो सभी लोग मिलके अच्छा सा एक राउंड जप कर. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Ram 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 Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Ram 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 Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Ram 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 Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram 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 Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Ram 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 Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Ram 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 Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Ram 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 Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Ram 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 Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Ram 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 Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Ram 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 Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Ram 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 Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Ram 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 Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Ram 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 Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Ram 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 Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Ram 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 Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Ram 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 Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Ram 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 Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Ram 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 Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Ram 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 Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Ram 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 Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Ram 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 Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Ram 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 Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Ram 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 Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Ram 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 Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Ram 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 Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Ram 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 Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Ram 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 Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Ram 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 Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Ram 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 Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Ram 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 Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Ram 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 Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Ram 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 Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Ram 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 Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Ram 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 Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Ram 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 Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Ram 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 Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Ram 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 Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Ram 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 Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Ram 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 Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Ram 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 Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Ram 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 Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Ram 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 Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Ram 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 Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Ram 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 Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Ram 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 Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Ram 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 Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Ram 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 Hare Krishna, Ram 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 Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram 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 Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Ram 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 Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Ram 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 Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Ram 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 Hare Krishna, 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Ram 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 Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram 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 Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Ram 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 Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Ram 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 Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Ram 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 Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Ram 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 Hare Krishna, Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Ram 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 Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Ram 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 Hare Krishna, Ram 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 Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Ram 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 Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Ram 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 Hare Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Ram Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Ram Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Mam Shraddha Krishna. Swami Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pacharani Nirvishesh Shunyavadhyasya Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Sadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Jai Radha Madhava Yashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Yamuna Kirapanachari Yashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Yashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Yamuna Kirapanachari Yashodanandana Jai Radha Madhava Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Yashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Yamuna Kirapanachari Yashodanandana Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare संकीर्तन यज्ञ की हरे कृष्ण महामंत्र की श्रीमद् भगवद गीता की जय गौर प्रेमानंद। ओम अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्य मनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरौ श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरुं वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातां सहगना रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनासहितं कृष्ण चैतन्य देवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगना ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च। हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेशा गोपिका कान्त राधा कान्त नमोस्तुते। तप्त कांचना गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यः एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। Please repeat after me. ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। 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 नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरये। नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तम श्लोके भक्तिर्भवती नैष्टिकी। कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नंदनाय च नंदगोपः कुमाराय गोविंदाय नमो नमः। नमः ओम विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी निति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। मुकुं करोति वाचालं पंगुं लंघयति गिरिं कृपहतमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरो दीनतारिणं श्रीपरमानन्दमाधवं श्रीचैतन्य ईश्वरम्। ओम अपवित्रो पवित्रो वा सर्वावस्थं गतोऽपि वा यत्स्मरेत् पुण्डरीकाक्षः सः अभ्याभ्यान्तरं शुचे। श्री विष्णु हरे कृष्णा हरे कृष्णा। प्रभु आपका यात्रा कैसा था? बोलो जय श्री राम। अयोध्या जाके आए मोदी। हरि बोल हरि बोल। तो we were in 16th chapter। अरे मैं सोच रहा था कब गिरेगा। बहुत बार है, ज्यादा ही हवा चल रहा है। Lower it down a little। So we were in 16th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. Last week we discussed more about Guru Purnima. Yeah. So in 16th chapter, the chapter name is the divine and the demoniac natures. So I told, why is this chapter coming in Bhagavad Gita? चक क्यों आ रहा है चक? क्योंकि when you start practicing life, when you start living a life, and sometimes when you're also practicing some devotional life, you need to know at some point of time which direction are you going. Are you going towards divine direction or demonic direction? Bhakta Prahlad also was a Bhakt. Ravan also was a Bhakt. Right? But there is a difference. है कि नहीं? तो हम में रावण कौन है वो हम ही जान पाएंगे. Right? So Krishna is helping us in this 16th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. After telling who is he, what is devotion, what we are supposed to do, what is nature, what is kshetra, kshetragya, all jnana yoga completely finished. And now at this point he's saying, wait a second. Better make sure which direction you are. Are you going to a divine direction or demoniac direction? Right? In Kali Yuga, it is very natural for people to go towards demoniac direction. Why? There are two reasons why. Number one is the environment is very conducive for demoniac activities. Environment is very favorable. Like 50 years ago, if you ask how many people would drink in the evening alcohol, it's some people, and not every evening, maybe on weekends, maybe with friends. But now there are so many pubs open everywhere. They're open 24/7, some of them, right? And they're saying, come, okay, alcohol. So obviously the favorability is more. है कि नहीं? हर चीज गंदे काम करने के लिए favorable environment है. People used to eat meat also. Whatever reason they have, they're eating meat. How many times in a day they used to eat? How many times in a week they used to eat? Right? Maybe once in a week. Sometimes some people only once in a month. Now every day. Forget about every day. Every meal. Every meal I want non-veg in that. है कि नहीं? तो क्या हो रहा है? You are favorably creating an environment which is taking you towards tamoguna. We can't blame people. So that is why when there is so much disease spread, we also need so much medicine. है ना? And the medicine is satsang. If you're not coming to satsang, it is inevitable you'll get infected. There is no discussion on that. You have to read Bhagavad Gita, you have to read Ramayana, you have to read Mahabharata, you have to go to holy places. Dham darshan is very important. More in Kali Yuga. Because the environment is also so unfavorably pulling us towards bad things. So this is the one reason why demoniac activities are happening more in Kali Yuga. Second reason is we have invited the demoniac souls. What do you mean? We have invited demoniac souls. See, souls are there coming from Narayana. Nara Ayana. Ayana means the shelter, Nara means all souls. They're all in him. Brahma, he asked Brahma to create the material creation. And he says, okay, create the bodies, I'm sending the souls. And these souls are who? The ones which are not now anymore qualified to stay in spiritual world. They need correction, all of us. We're talking about us only. So we all need some correction. So Brahma is creating the bodies and he is telling, okay, enter the body according to your desire. Somebody wants to shout a lot, he'll become a dog in next life. Keep shouting how much ever you want. So according to your inclination, you'll get the next body. Brahma is creating bodies. Now, there are some people who are slowly starting their journey towards back to God, like they have started coming to Satsang, they started reading Bhagavad Gita, some faith is coming, right? There are some people who are completely going in opposite direction. They are against these activities. How can you do these activities? Opposite. So those souls are also in the universe, these souls are also there in the universe. So which soul will come to which house? According to the desire of the parents. If the parents are in Tamoguna, the child who will come in their house is also Tamoguna. When they are doing the union, when the male and female are coming together and the union happens, at that time, what is there in their heart, according to that, the soul comes. That is what God gives, right? भगवान ने दिया बच्चा, क्या दिया? अगर अच्छा बच्चा पूछा तो अच्छा बच्चा आएगा, लुच्चा पूछा तो लुच्चा आएगा. सोचो एक बार, simple सी बात है. That's why in sanskar, we have lot of sanskar, right? Vivaha sanskar, right? The first sanskar is Garbhadhana sanskar. The first sanskar. Actually, sanskar करना ही भूल गए लोग. That is the first sanskar. What is the first sanskar? Is that husband and wife together, after getting married, their husband and wife, they together pray and ask for the right child in the womb, the right soul to come in the womb. सुहाग रात बोलते हैं ना, तो सुहाग रात को पूरा वल्गर बना दिया. Actually सुहाग रात जो है, only don't understand Hindi. Everybody, you don't understand. Okay, पहली रात्रि or the day you get married, वो पूरा उसको वल्गर बना दिया. What do you do that? वो पूरा फूल लगा के वो ग्लास में दूध लेके she's coming, है ना? ये समझ में आता है ना सर? But actually क्या है? It is as per a muhurta. There is a muhurta fixed for that. This is the best time. You know that, right? It's not like whenever you want. No, उसका एक मुहूर्त होता है. And in that muhurta, the male and the female are supposed to union. And before that, there are a lot of pujas. बहुत सारे पूजा होते हैं after before. And in that puja, the Garbhadan sanskar, meaning what? Husband and wife have to chant God's names. Like in Brahma, you know, our sampradaya, Brahma Madhva Goddess Sampradaya, ISKCON, they are supposed to chant 64 rounds before they get into union. 64 rounds. It takes 8 hours. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. This is not one round. This is one mantra. 108 times like this is one round. And when you do 64 mantras, 64 malas, you know, just imagine the consciousness of the male and the female. They completely want a devotee. They want a bhakta. And when they come into union, Prahlad will come. Right? Otherwise, if you are both holding a selfie, chalo, we'll make a video also, you know, we are like this, we'll show the whole world how beautiful we are. Then who will come? Ravan will come. Both are available. Both are wandering around. किसके घर में जाना है? समझ रहे हैं? So if somebody in your society or in your community or in the colony is creating a lot of ruckus for good activities, गलती किसका है? उसका है क्या? वो तो रावण ही था, वो घूम रहा था रावण की तरह. बुलाया किसने उसको? माँ बाप ने. कभी-कभी, you know, sometimes happens that parents are good but children are, you know, nonsense. Why that happened? Environment. The first point that I told. Parents अच्छे हैं, लेकिन किस में बिठाया उसको, बच्चे को पैदा करके? Where they kept the child? In wrong environment. And they put them in wrong environment, obviously wrong qualities will come. That fellow is good only, but he's been put into wrong environment. But such people can be corrected. Such people can be corrected. वो जो गलत रास्ते में गया है, because he is by nature a person in good guna, in previous life also, he's gone into different direction. He can be brought back into this direction. थोड़ा सा initiative, थोड़ा सा encouragement, he'll come back. But the other category, who is actually, you know, against God conscious activities, last unlimited number of lives, 10 million lives, he's been shouting and creating problems for people. Such person, if you bring into your house, then obviously he'll create problem for you also. That is why the consciousness is very, very important. The chetana hai, that is very, very important. If you have the wrong chetana, you will bring the wrong people into your house. And Prabhu, don't think that, you know, parents can change them. They can only change to some extent. Maybe when they are small, they don't know what to do, so they'll come and sit in satsang also. But as the years go by, the real qualities will start coming out. So that is what he was doing in the previous life. So उन लोगों को भी, if you bring into satsang, there is a chance that some revival can happen. There is a chance. What Krishna is telling here in this chapter is how to identify such people, or rather, how to identify who you are. Bhagavad Gita is more for us than others. So in this chapter when we discuss, try to identify, oh, so this is like your diagnostic report coming out now. Right? You have gone to the diagnostic center, abhi खून दिया, abhi report आ रहा है. You are verse number 1 or verse number 6. You are verse number 2 or verse number 8. You will understand. And what do we do after knowing this? Take medicine. Don't become hopeless. Take medicine. And if you see somebody else deceased in this state, what do? Bring them to satsang. And if they are not favorable, give them prasad. Yeah. Don't argue. Don't waste your time. We don't have time. Yeah? So I will not discuss the first few verses. You can hear the recording that we did last week, or maybe a few weeks ago. 1 to 3, demoniac, the divine and demoniac natures. I'll just read the translation. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, fearlessness. Now here is talking about people who have divine nature. People who have divine nature. What are their qualities? Fearlessness, purification of one's existence, cultivation of spiritual knowledge, charity, self-control, performance of sacrifice, study of the Vedas, austerity, simplicity, non-violence, truthfulness, freedom from anger, renunciation, tranquility, aversion to fault-finding, compassion for all living entities, freedom from covetousness, gentleness, modesty, steady determination, vigor, forgiveness, fortitude, cleanliness, and freedom from envy and from the passion for honor. These transcendental qualities, O son of Bharata, belong to godly men endowed with divine nature. Okay, so we went through this one by one previously. So please hear the recording if you have not attended the class. Because actually we went through one by one. There is a lot of meaning behind one by one. Don't think, I know charity, I know simplicity. No, you don't know. We think something about it. But what is it is clearly mentioned in the purport. Or you can read the purport later. Right? Please have a Bhagavad Gita in your house and read the Bhagavad Gita. Purport. Prabhupada has given so many pages of purport has given. Almost like a small book. Text 4. Pride, arrogance, conceit, anger, harshness, and ignorance. These qualities belong to those of demoniac nature, O son of Pritha. Right? So, Lord Krishna is telling what are the qualities of a demoniac person. What is it? They are very proud people. Proud of what? Everything they have achieved. Should we not be proud of what we have achieved? We should be proud, but we should not take 100% credit. When you take 100% credit, then everybody becomes useless. You only are at the center of the world. Why you should not take 100% credit? Are, if your parents would not have sent you to school, you would have been what you are? Huh? No, no. So some credit should go to parents also. Say you are a prime minister of a country. Let's talk about you are a director of a company. Some IT company, you are a director. I'm a youngest director. I have an Audi car. I'm living in my home, Krishe. I'm living in a 3-bedroom flat. I'm this, I'm that. Oh, ho, ho, ho. तेरे को किसने पैदा किया? Somebody has given birth to you, right? थोड़ा उसको credit दोगे? Huh? Okay. Will you give credit to the teachers in the college who made you what you are? Yes. Will you give credit to your neighbors who are tolerating you? Huh? Okay. Will you give credit to the colleagues who are tolerating you in the office? Huh? Will you give credit to the subordinates who are working very good, because of which you are getting that recognition? Yes. So when you start giving credit to others, which is genuine credit, then your pride will automatically come down to 100% to 5%. Then you'll feel, yes, I should not be proud. My wife, she cooks for me every day. She tolerates me. My children are tolerating me. My house also. I might be a director of IT company, but I cannot take complete pride of that. Is that true? Yeah. Who will think like that? A person in divine nature will automatically think like this. But a person in demoniac nature will not think like this. सीधा उल्टा ही सोचेगा. Right? Parents will come and tell, बेटा ये क्या कर? आप कौन होते हैं बोलने वाले? आप जाओ चाय पियो. हाँ? अबे मैंने तेरे को पैदा किया. उंगली पकड़ के लेके गया. So you are telling me like this? They will not listen. Right? Arrogance, pride, arrogance, conceit, for everything they'll fight. Anger, हर चीज के लिए गुस्सा. For everything they're angry. How much angry? Oh, ho, ho, ho. Full angry. Right? Harshness. Their speech is very harsh. They will only choose words to agitate others. If they speak, they'll make sure the opposite person will talk. You know what I'm saying? They will provoke others. Harshly they'll speak. You can see such people in the society. वो चुप नहीं बैठेगा और किसी को चुप रहने नहीं देगा. ignorance. What is ignorance? They don't want any advice. Everybody is ignorant. Oma jnana timirandasya. But who are the intelligent people? Jnananjana shalakaya. Chakshurumlitam yana tasmai shri guru venama. The one who goes to a guru or accepts guru can be given an advice. And such people will come out of ignorance. So the people in demoniac nature have all these qualities. They are in ignorance. Kumbhakaran went and told Ravan, Bhaiya, kya kar raha hai tu? You have woken me up, that's okay. 6 months I was supposed to sleep. In between you woke me up. But what are you doing? Why you brought somebody else's wife? Did Ravan listen? No. He said, no way. I have woken you up. What is the duty of the brother? You do. You don't teach me a lesson. You are my younger brother. Where is the question of advice? Vibhishan told, Bhaiya, out, bahar nikal. And all these people are not ordinary people. They are all knowledgeable people. His very chaste wife, Mandodari, she told, hey, why do you have to be so lusty about somebody else's wife? Okay, Ravan had many wives, not just Mandodari. He had many wives. And they were not saying no to go and get one more wife. But why are you getting somebody else's wife? That is not right. That is not right. No, I am in ignorance. Right? Same quality you will see now also. There are many Ravans living in every community. They will not listen to any good advice. They will create problem. In every office also they say. Right? Most important, you should not be that. That is the reason you are attending the class. If somebody is telling a good advice, you should immediately listen. I'll tell you one instance of Prabhupada. Sadhu means who? A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, the one who has established the society, the one who went to Western countries and delivered even people who are not having any knowledge towards God, made them devotees, brahmanas, sannyasis. The one who told how to chant Hare Krishna, the one who made the whole world chant Hare Krishna. He went to a temple I think in Paris or somewhere, I'm not remember the exact place, and he was installing deities. Vigraha Sthapan ke liye went to a temple. And there the temple president, again, a new devotee only, 4 or 5 years in Krishna consciousness, he became a temple president. That time it was like emergency. Come on, everybody get started, start preaching, start this, start that. So, he was arranging everything, but he did not do good arrangement. Vigraha Sthapana means everything should be clean, there should be Gaumutra, there should be these fruits, flowers, clothes, to clean the deity, Abhishekam, Panchamrut, everything should be ready. Pura ekdam procedure. Because deity installation happens only once. Vigraha Sthapana ek hi baar hota hai. So Prabhupada was not happy with what is happening there. Prabhupada came to the temple and a lot of people are sitting, and Prabhupada, he was supposed to start the deity installation, and he was like, what is this? This is not there, that is not there, what is this? And Prabhupada was like, oh, how many times? Come on, you should get this, you should get that. One fellow, one African American, one black person, he was new. Maybe second time he was coming to temple. And somebody told him, chant. And does anyone have some water? I forgot to get a water bottle. Little water. Yeah, thank you. Sorry, bro. Yeah, that's it. I'll keep it in. So, this one person, he was seeing, he doesn't know who is Prabhupada. Right? And he's just sitting there and he's seeing this old person shouting at everybody. Right? And he was told by somebody, chant Hare Krishna. If you chant Hare Krishna, you'll become cool and you'll become happy. Like that. He looked at Prabhupada shouting at everybody. He went to Prabhupada. He said, sir, why are you shouting? Chant Hare Krishna. He doesn't know who is Prabhupada. He's the one who established this call. He's the one who is the main. What is Prabhupada's reaction? He looked at him. He took the chanting and he started chanting Hare Krishna. Right? See, that is a great quality of a divine person. He did not tell, hey, who are you? You are new fellow here, sit down. I am doing what I am doing. You are here to come and tell me. I am Acharya. He didn't do any of that. Immediately Prabhupada saw Krishna is speaking through anybody. Even a new person can come and tell you something important. If you think you are important, then then you will not listen to anybody. So Prabhupada was such an amazing, Acharya that he saw an instruction even coming out of a new person who doesn't even know what is the meaning of Hare Krishna. He came and told him, immediately said, okay, yes, start. So we should also, this is divine quality. But a person who is in mode of ignorance, even if a divine person comes and tells him, he will not listen. So these are, many times you can learn this, looking at divine people. Text 5. The transcendental qualities are conducive to liberation, whereas the demoniac qualities make for bondage. Do not worry, O son of Pandu, you are born with the divine qualities. So first he is telling Arjuna, 8 minutes, I am telling you, but don't worry, you are already in divine quality. But where do divine qualities take? They take you for liberation, out of the cycle of birth and death. But where do the demoniac qualities take you? Bondage. Bondage means too much attachment. Bondage to this material world. You will stay in this material world only. You can never go out of this material world. Understand? So people who are in demoniac nature, we don't tell, where, what will happen with them. Krishna is telling what will happen with them. They will stay in this world only. Because they have the demoniac nature.
But those people who are having demoniac nature, but they are also doing bhakti, like Ravan used to do. So is that okay?
Yeah. So Ravan also was a devotee of Shiva, Lord Shiva. But did he listen to what Lord Shiva is telling? No. When you're not listening to what God is telling and you're worshipping God, that's not bhakti. So that is not even counted by God. That will not be counted. We should listen to what God is telling, then perform those activities accordingly. Then that is actual bhakti. Right? Superficially doing something is not bhakti. There are 3 kinds of people who go to temple. 3 kinds of people. One who take their body, one who take their 3 kinds of people. One who take their body, last one is one who take their mind. Second one is one who take their soul. I'm missing one part there. I have heard this long time back. So the people who go to temple, they just take their body. They Prabhuji went to Ayodhya. Right? You can take your body to Ayodhya. What's the point? Right? There's no point. You have taken your body. Body यहाँ पे था, body वहाँ पे. एक ही बात है. You have taken. आप हम 4 धाम गए. And taking your body is very easy. Even a 90-year-old person can go to Kedarnath. He can go. That is very easy. Little difficult than that is taking your body and a little bit of consciousness. That I'm going to this dham. I'm going to Satsang. Right? I should be a little more conscious. And the most difficult is taking your mind. Taking your mind. Because mind is flickering everywhere. Then you take your mind and you keep it there. You say that I'm come here. Now don't give me wrong thoughts. You mind, you stupid mind, now you focus on the feet of Lord Ram. You focus on the feet of Lord Krishna. On the feet of Lord Shiva, if you're going to Varanasi. Right? So, मन को लेके जाना उत्तम भक्ति है. You have to fix your mind. You're chanting. Physical chanting. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Ram, Ram. No big benefit. I'm doing it because of fear. I'm doing it because of somebody told me. That is next level. Third level is doing it by fixing your mind. Telling your mind, now sit and hear the mantra. Very difficult. Is it difficult or no? Chupne baithega mind. It will go in 10 directions. No. I want my mind to start listening. So, Ravan kind of category are the first categories. They just put their body in the front of that क्या कहते हैं यज्ञ के सामने या whatever, they'll go, but there is no devotion, there is no submission, there is no submission at all, there is no effort for submission also. They do these activities ritualistically, meaning kiya. Today is Ram Navami, so I'll go to Ram temple. बाकी दिन क्या हुआ? Does Hanuman ji go to Ram temple on Ram Navami only? Every day he goes. है कि नहीं? So you should get the quality of Hanuman ji, not just the quality of and say to people that I've gone here, I've gone there. तो क्या? You have gone to Vrindavan, right? You've seen Lord Krishna's temple there. You've come back, and then you are going to your company. You are living in your house. You are eating, sleeping, mating, defending. Khatam. No. After you have gone to Vrindavan, when you come back from Vrindavan, every day you should think about Krishna. Man manavo, mat bhakto, mat jajivam namaskuru. Right? You have to remember Krishna. And then what you should do? You should look for a place where you can go and hear more about Krishna. That means you put your mind there actually. Like, going to Tirupati, I've gone to Tirupati. Right? What did you go and give in Tirupati? My hair. Venkatesh Swami wants your hair? Oh, go down maintain karte kya? Balka. No. Venkatesh Swami has no attraction towards your hair. He wants to take your attraction towards your hair. Right? He wants to remove that hair consciousness out of you. That's why I say, मेरे सामने जब आता बाल निकल गया हूँ. चलो. In Kali Yuga, people become more hair conscious than any other conscious. मेरे बाल कैसे हैं? That's all it is. You can see that happening. Right? So when you go to a holy place, what do? You see it very commonly. When you go to Tirupati, you remove the hair. Khatam. There is no hair, where is the consciousness? Nahi hai. Okay? Or when you go to, say, Gurudwara, you wear that thing, right? Khatam. Piche dal diya. Kuch nahi dikhega. Sar dak diya. Right? Or when you go to, any other place, you shut your hair off. Even Muslims they wear that cap. Why do you wear the cap? They're not supposed to. Because you don't want to be hair conscious. You don't want to be thinking about your body when you're going in front of God. As simple as that. There are a lot of things which all religion does. The same principles are there, but people forgot why they are doing what they are doing. Right? If you keep long hair, you have to maintain that hair. If you have short hair, you don't have to maintain that hair. Right? Even I need to go and do a haircut. It's been long time. Unnecessary, It's a problem. Right? So, basically, you are trying to move from body consciousness to divine consciousness. But simply making a gundu doesn't make you a devotee. So what did you go and do in Tirupati? I gave my hair. Arey, you give your heart. You are going to Tirupati to give your heart to Balaji. Hey Balaji, please look at me. Give me darshan. Look at me. Look, my situation is so bad. I have no devotion for you. I have no devotion for you. Give me some devotion. Please. With great difficulty I have come here. No leaves, no this, that. Some struggle I have come here. I only have little time. Please give me darshan. It's not like a checkbox. Darshan hua, ho gaya. No, it's not a checkbox. It's not. He has to give darshan and he has to invoke devotion inside you. Such desire we should have when we are going to any holy place or when you are performing any vrata. घर में सुदर्शन होम हम कर रहे हैं या नरसिम्हा होम हम कर रहे हैं या फिर सत्यनारायण का व्रत कर रहे हैं. What during that time? Keep everything aside. Focus on the Brahman. Focus on what he's telling. Look at, when you're doing that swaha, what are you doing? You are offering. What are you offering? You are offering your ignorance, your pride, your lust, your greed. You are putting to that fire. Please burn this off. And you're offering your devotion. Please sprout this out of me. So people who are doing so-called show of spirituality or religion without having devotion will not give them results. it will not transform their hearts. It will not transform their hearts. I was living in, I'll end with this example. I was living in a place called Greenville in South Carolina, US. There, there is a place, some Hindu created a center. And there, the whole Indian community used to come and do some festivals, Ugadi, Sankranti, etc., etc. So I went there when I relocated there. I went there and me and my wife with our 2 kids, we went and met the owners. We said, "Can we do Bhagavad Gita classes here?" She said, "No." I said, "Mataji, but what is wrong? We'll keep, at least, okay, we'll not do classes. We'll at least keep books. Whenever any program happens, we'll keep books." No. But this place is, you call it Vedic Center. It's called Vedic Center. Right? No, if you're not keeping Vedas, what is the point in having Vedic Center? No, you will, some lady, no, you will teach people and, you will tell them what is right, what is wrong. Then some people will think what you're telling is wrong. I don't want all those problems. You're supposed to help people connect with God. But there is no intention there to connect with God. They just want to have a center to get people. They want a group and they want to lead that group and they want to pose that, that is our place and everybody is coming there and we have created this unity for whatever reason. God is not in the center. You will see God's murtis everywhere. But what is that God speaking? Nahi sunna hai. I don't want to hear what God is speaking. भगवान तुम मुंह बंद करो, मैं तुम्हारा आरती करेंगे. भगवान तुम्हारा मुंह, shut your mouth, I do आरती, don't speak. Because I want to lead the life the way I want to lead. But what is the difference between us and Arjuna? Arjuna told, Karpanya dosho kahata svabhava paschami tvam dharma samooda cheta yachreyascha nishchitam bruhitanme shishya sheteham shadimam tvam prapannam. Accept me as Shishya. Please speak. Give me the knowledge. He is asking God to speak. Whereas other people, they will not ask God to speak. They will not be interested in Bhagavad Gita class. They will not be interested in Bhagavatam class. They will not be interested in Ramayana ka part. They will not be interested in any part. They will just do rituals. If you go and tell, we will read, no, sir, please, leave it. We are also Bhakta. We are also, they are not Bhakta. They are not. They are called pious materialistic people. They were materialistic people, pious materialistic people, and then devotees. They look pious. They don't want God, but they are somewhere. मेरे बाप ने लगाया, उसके बाप ने लगाया. I am also keeping one God in my house. That's all. You stay in that corner. I am in this corner. You mind your business. I will mind my business. Bas. We are not insulting anyone. We should know what we are. If we are also like that, then we should change. If somebody else is like that, leave them alone. Let them figure out when they want to change. Right? Who is the most important person in your house? Your father. How many of you thought like that? Today, what do people? I am the most important person. No, your parents. They are the first important people in the house. When somebody comes to your house, introduce them to your parents. In the same way, who is the most important person in your house above your parents? God. Where is God? Where God should be kept in the house? Where everybody can see the God many times in a day. And God sees everybody many times in a day. That shows where we have kept God in our heart. If you have a big mansion, big flat, and in one corner somewhere in a small shelf you are keeping and closing the door. किधर का भगवान है? किधर रखा उसको? नहीं, पर्सनल है. भक्ति इज पर्सनल. मैं जो कर, अरे तुम्हारा पर्सनल है, भगवान को क्यों ऐसे करिए? Is he in the center of the, no, when the vrat happens, you will bring him out and you will keep him everywhere. But as soon as vrat is over, अंदर जाओ. Sit inside. उसको एक दरवाजा भी मत देखो क्या हो रहा है. घर में दारू का पार्टी हो रहा है, चलो मंदिर का दरवाजा बंद करो. Right? What kind of God consciousness is that? That is also some kind of connection with God, but not a good connection. Some connection, but not a good connection. Good connection means the connection should be visible inside the temple also, outside the temple also. है कि नहीं? Wherever you go, the connection is same. It's not like you're not doing business with God. You should not do business with God. But unfortunately, in Kali Yuga, the people who are doing business with God are more glorified. अरे इसने ऐसा पूजा अरेंज किया, वैसा पूरा अरेंज किया. वो पालन क्या कर रहा है? What is he following? Like classic example is Karna. उसको दान वीर सूर कर्ण बना दिया. Right? वो बंदे ने, if you read Mahabharata, there is no mention of him being a Danaveer Surkarna. You'll be surprised. उसने कभी ज्यादा डोनेशन किसी को दे दिया? He never gave donations. It's not like, anybody came again. No, nowhere it is mentioned. Our Bollywood, Tollywood made him a Danaveer Surkarna. Yeah, he used to do Sandhya. Used to go and do the morning Surya Puja because his father is Surya Bhagwan. At that time, if anybody will come, he will give. That anybody will do. Even Pandavas used to do. Even Yudhishthira used to do Surya Vandan, and anybody would come, he will give. But there is no mention of him giving anything. But usko kya bana diya? Because he is doing that one thing. Arey, Prabhuji, but he gave his kavach and kundal, to Indra. How many of you actually read Mahabharata? Mahabharata by Vyasdev. None of us have. The Mahabharata that you saw is where? Star Plus? Doordarshan? Huh? Vyasdev, and so many people have miswritten books in the name of Mahabharata. They misquoted a lot of things. Nowhere in Mahabharata is there that he did any big donation, he was Danaveer or anything. Nothing. He was a very self-centered person. Surya Dev came to him one day before and told, Karna, tomorrow morning Indra is coming. He will ask for your kavach and kundal. Don't give. Because you are my son, I'm telling you. Because kavach and kundal is your protection. Then, Karna, it is mentioned in Mahabharata. There is verses. Karna is telling him, yes, I will follow. Thank you for letting me know. But then Karna was thinking, what is the use of having this kavach and kundal? I never got a victory with it. In Varnavat, in that Virat Raj Yuddha, he was defeated. In front of Draupadi Swayamvar, he was defeated. He was defeated in so many places by Arjun, by many others. So kavach and kundal are keeping him alive, but he is not getting victory. So he decided, when Indra came, and he understood Indra is that Brahman, he immediately told Indra, I know it's you. I know you are putting a vesh of Brahman and coming, but you don't have to do that. Anyway, I'll give something, but I will give kavach and kundal if you give me Shakti Astra. There is a verse in Mahabharata. If you give me that weapon, Shakti Astra, which you have, then I will give you kavach and kundal. Now tell me, is that donation? दान भी रहेगा वो. दान देने वाला will he expect anything in back? He will not expect anything in back. He was doing transactions. And see, he gave his entire so-called friendship to Duryodhana. Before giving his kavach and kundal, he should consult Duryodhana, because that is the greatest weapon he has. Duryodhana is depending on him. Did he consult? No, he did not consult. Why? Because for him, his self-centeredness is more important. He wants a weapon. Till now, I could not kill any of the Pandavas. I need a weapon to kill the Pandavas. Simple. And Indra understood it. I came to take kavach and kundal. This fellow is asking for astra. Then he told, okay, I'll give it, but you can only use it once. In my hand, it can be used many times. But in your hand, it will only be used once. He immediately constrained it. This fellow became very happy. taking that, that Divyastra. He was like, yes, now I know how to kill Arjun. I got it. Now you tell me, is that fellow a worshipable person? Huh? He had no good qualities. You are not seeing the good qualities of Arjun, but you are seeing the good qualities, 1, 2, 3 good qualities in Karna and making him such an important person. Just because he did some things here and there. So many misconceptions. When Draupadi Swayamvara was happening, when the Dyut was happening, Yudhishthir lost himself, then he put Draupadi, he also lost Draupadi. And Draupadi was brought to the Sabha, right? Because now she is called the Dasi. And Draupadi is questioning everybody. Whom did he lose first, me or him? It's a logical question. Whom did he lose first, me or him? If he thinks I am his property, if he has lost him, then he has no right to keep me on bet again. And if he doesn't think that I am his property, then how did he keep me on bet? She's very intelligent. And even Drona or Bhishma did not have an answer for this. Everybody were witnessing. All this was happening, okay, one level. This fellow Karna sitting there to provoke more, because see, Duryodhan hates Pandavas. How does Karna have to behave? He should behave in a way that will make Duryodhan hate Pandavas more. Then Duryodhan will consider him a more better friend. Huh? Simple logic, no? So I will make sure that I'll speak like that. He told. This Bhagini, he told in Sanskrit, this Bhagini should be, disrobed in front of everybody. She deserves to be disrobed. Because the one who has 5 husbands, what kind of a chaste lady is she? What is wrong in having a 6th one? Instead of being with the people who lost you in the Dyuda, why don't you go and sit on the lap of a person who won you in Dyuda? These are the words of Karna. Now you tell me, is that fellow worshipable? उसको कोई प्रेस कर सकता है? हाँ. He also got agitated by that. Yes. उसका एक reason है, bro. I'll tell you the reason for that. First, understand this one. Now, what kind of an insult is that? No, okay. Prabhuji told that we'll go to that first. It's in Vedic Sampradaya. No woman can be wed to anybody without her acceptance. And every woman has a right to say no. That's actually a very important thing. Parents can bring an alliance, but ultimately the girl has to accept. That is there. That's a right. And the girl can take advice from anybody. Why Rukmini Swayamvar was, Krishna came and took Rukmini? Because that was being violated. Rukmini wanted to marry Krishna. But Rukmi, her brother and her father were trying to forcefully marry her to Shishupal, which is against the Vedic Dharma. That is the reason Swayam Krishna came and took Rukmini out. In the same way, when Draupadi Swayamvara was happening, Lord Krishna was there. And he knows who is who. And he knows Karna, who is Karna. And immediately he gave an advice to Draupadi. No. Don't marry him. And as a Kshatrani, coming from Kshatriya dynasty, she can choose a king. Actually, she doesn't have to say Sutputra. Sutputra means the one who is charioteer's son. Nothing insult in that. She said, you're a charioteer's son. I want to marry a king. So since you're a charioteer's son, I don't want to marry you. She had to give a reason to stop that thing there. So it was an emergency. He lifted the Dhanush. He could have even shot it. And that would have proved that. But still she has a choice to say no. She just exercised that choice. Anybody else would have said, okay, it's your choice, that's okay. But he took it as a vengeance. But more than that vengeance, in the Dhyutasava, he had more reasons. He had more reasons to insult Pandavas because he was so much against Pandavas. Because in previous life he was a demon. He was trying to kill Nara and Narayan. Sahasra Kavaja Rakshash. Right? In previous life he had that background. So his natural enmity, like a mongoose has a natural enmity towards snake, or snake and mongoose. Same way he had natural enmity towards Krishna and Arjuna. So he told this. And what is the meaning of Bhagini? Not Bhagini. What is the word? Bandaki. Bandaki. Sorry, not Bhagini. Bandaki. Bandaki is a very insulting word. You cannot tell that. See, he was basically telling you are a prostitute. But in prostitution also there are different levels. There can be one prostitute who is standing on the road wearing revealing clothes, waiting for a customer. This is one prostitute. Right? That is a business. That is what she does. But Bandaki is a prostitute who is going into others' houses and disturbing good people to become bad. You understand? Somebody is very happy with his wife, his children, he is living in the house. This lady will go and do all drama in front of the house to attract that fellow, divert his mind, and make sure that his entire married life is ruined. He used that word towards Draupadi. Can you imagine? Karna. And that is where Arjuna became like, enough is enough. I am going to kill you. There is no discussion on this. Karna, I am going to kill you. I will be the reason for your death. And what did that make Duryodhana do? He became very happy. See, what a word he used. Immediately he did like this on his thigh. He said, bring her and make her sit on my thigh. Who suggested that thigh idea? Karna. And what is the result? His thigh was broken to pieces by Bhim. And somebody was asked to pull the clothes, Dushasan. Who gave that idea? Karna. They had no plan like that. This fellow was so much in ignorance, he did all that. What is the greatest gift he gave to Kauravas as a friend? We call him a friend, right? I mean, great friends they were. What kind of friendship is that? Because of his friendship, Duryodhana's thigh was broken. Because of his friendship, Dushasan's heart was, completely teared apart. Because of his friendship, right? So many of his brothers were killed. What kind of friendship is that? All his advisors were wrong. Such are the people who do some pious activities but don't think they are good people. I got diverted and went into Mahabharata to tell examples, but that is Karna. And there are so many Karnas today outside. I will sponsor Laddu. I'll sponsor this. I'll sponsor. Are you sitting? Are you willing to listen to the class? Are you willing to listen to Bhagavad Gita? Are you ready to learn a little? No. What are they? I'm not tagging them as a bad people, but they are going towards a direction of becoming a Karna. Eventually, that's what they'll become. You are using God to create an image in society. That's all. You're not really surrendering to God. How many agree with this? Simple, no? No. What is the day you go and do pranam to your parents? Actually, every day you should do. Right? But some people do it on one day. And the day they do, the Father's Day, Mother's Day, whatever Western civilization, they've identified 364 days you do whatever nonsense. One day, Mother's Day. And these people, they'll do that day and then they put selfie. That day full mother. Jahan dekho, mother ka song, mother this. And so many companies, mother advertisement. Right? One company, that's a stupid company, one MNC. I don't want to name it, I just remembered. Office is here only. They created an advertisement on Mother's Day. You know what is advertisement? One boy is telling, his father, can you help me fix the toy? And the father says, yeah, I'll fix it. Right? And he's asking his father for some answer in the question of something. And he's saying, father is answering. He's doing all these things. At the end, the advertisement says, you can also ask your mother. Today is Women's Day. What nonsense is this? What nonsense are you doing? You are creating a propaganda that mother is a useless person in the house in Vedic civilization. Now she has gone out and working in Amazon, wherever, and now she is important. If mother cannot answer a chemistry answer, is she a useless mother? If mother cannot fix your bike or your tire of a car, is she a useless mother? What kind of propaganda are you creating? Prabhuji, in Vedic civilization, mothers played such a role that you can't even imagine. I'll end with this. When Krishna came to Hastinapur with a proposal of Shanti, he came with a proposal of Shanti, right? That give 5 villages, let's fix the problem. Before coming, there is a big story, but this point I'm trying to make sure I tell. Pandavas told Krishna, before you go to the proposal, just meet our mother once. Because it's been a long time we have met our mother. We were in, Vanavas, then Agyatavas. She must be missing us. If you go, she'll become a little relieved. Just meet her once. And where was she living? She was living in Vidura's house. So Krishna went to Vidura's house. And immediately Kunti, she looked at Krishna. She cried. Krishna took her clothes and she said, I'm come. Don't worry. How are my children? They are doing good. Then Kunti asks Krishna, why did you come? What is the purpose? And Krishna says, Mother Kunti, I have come here to compromise between Pandavas and Kauravas and at least get something back to your children. They deserve to get back their kingdom. You know what was Kunti's answer? My sons are Kshatriyas. I am a Kshatrani. Why are you coming to beg for them? Ask them to attack this place and take back their kingdom. This is my blessing for them. I don't want my sons to come and beg. Kunti Maharani ki, Prabhu, this is the woman of our country, woman in Vedic civilization. Don't degrade saying that, oh, she's cooking in the house, so she's a woman. No. She's running the house, she's running the entire family, and she's creating Kshatriyas in the family. She told Krishna, what is this? I didn't like your idea of coming here and begging for kingdom. You've come here to talk to me, that's okay, but don't go and I'm not liking this idea. Then Krishna told her, my dear Mother Kunti, cool down. War is anyway going to happen. But I don't want that blame to go on your sons. I've come here to make sure that the history books, when history is spoken, the story is repeated, they will only have great words towards your children, that they have not done this for revenge, they have done this for dharma. Dharma sansthapanarthaya sambhavami yuge. I have come here to establish dharma, not a revenge deal. So such is mother. But they completely. So what is happening today is we are not talking about these stories. We are not talking about these stories. That is the problem. Mahabharata is not made, but they are showing all these things. They are showing women in the background. So Mahabharata is happening, but then they are not showing all these things. There is a book written by Shubha Vilas Prabhu. The Prabhuji is taking us to Ayodhya now. 108 or 101 great women in Vedic civilization. Buy that book. and read it to your children. They'll become so proud of, what a mother is, what a father is, what a lady is. You should have that kind of knowledge. So only with knowledge you'll get that answer. No? The whole Pandavas were thinking what to do. Draupadi was very clear. Kill them. They deserve to be killed. But the same Draupadi, when her 5 children were killed, she told to Ashwadama, pardon him. Pardon Ashwadama. So that's the heart of a woman. But we should understand that, right? And in the right context. So demoniac people will not understand that problem. In today's civilization, they only want to portray a woman to be equal to a man and create an agenda out there. लोग नहीं समझेंगे, वैदिक civilization को समझेंगे ही नहीं, right? So that is anyway what diverted a lot. Again, we did not do any progress today. Let's go to the verse number 6. द्वौ भूत सर्गौ लोकेऽस्मिन् दैव आसुर एव च दैवो विस्तरश प्रोक्ता आसुरं पार्थ मे शृणु. O son of Pritha, in this world there are 2 kinds of created beings. One is called divine, and the other demoniac. I have already explained to you at length the divine qualities. Now hear from me of the demoniac. Right? Now Krishna is starting the demoniac qualities. He is explaining. Pravrittim cha nivrittim cha janana vidurashura na saucham napi chacharo na satyam teshu vidyate. Those who are demoniac do not know what is to be done and what is not to be done. Neither cleanliness nor proper behavior nor truth is found in them. So what is the biggest problem in today's society? Nobody knows what is good, what is bad. Whatever I do is good. I like, so it is good. I like, so it is bad. I don't like, so it is bad. That is it. I is the center of the civilization. Individual perspective is more important than God's instruction. Nobody is ready for an advice. In Kali Yuga, it's very difficult to conduct a class or conduct any or tell anything good or bad to anybody. The serpent is sitting like this. Anything, it will come. Any good advice, it will. Prabhuji, Mataji, how dare you tell me? One Prabhuji used to come in track suit and pant, I don't know, cut t-shirt to the class. I was wondering, were you jogging and came here, or are you going to jog after the class? This is a satsang. Right? So I told him, after the class, I told him, Prabhuji, you're coming regularly, why don't you wear something nice and come? Then he started jogging and he went. Till now he didn't return. One advice. Advice, khatam. Who are you to tell me? What advice he'll hear from Krishna? So you have to just see. Now that was a lesson for me. Tell your Bhagavad Gita class that advice mat bol. But what is my job here? My job is not to make a mob of people here and say, these are my people. No, I am here to tell Bhagavad Gita. So I will tell. Mat pehno aisa. One Mataji from, I used to once preach in, what is that area? near Alvin Crossroads. SMR when I city. Then I used to do Satsang. 2014 I used to do. One Mataji used to come, North Indian Mataji. North Indian, South Indian doesn't matter. Very revealing clothes she used to wear. And worst part, she used to come and sit in the front. And I mean, like everybody, it is so obvious that people will start looking at her. Now what am I supposed to do? Really revealing. I mean, like, ऐसा नहीं करना चाहिए. As if she's going to some fashion TV after the class. Like that, she used to come and sit. Her husband, she has a child also. I was like, Then 2-3 weeks I waited. I thought maybe her clothes have not come back from pressing. So she's wearing like that. Maybe after 3 weeks they'll come back, so she'll wear something. All benefit of doubts I was giving. 4th week also same clothes. Then I called Mataji. I called Prabhuji and Mataji both. I said that we are in a satsang. Environment is very important. Ambience is very important. People should be feeling focused. Wear something traditional and come. After that, I think she went into fashion TV. She never came back. That husband, poor fellow, he was coming in kurta pajama. That fellow also went. वो गए उसको भी लेके गई. So what advice you can give? When Mataji used to bring her child, child was like 7-year-old child or something. Chota sa skirt pehna ke she used to bring that child. In one class I told that if you don't tell your children what size clothes they should wear, after they become 16, can you tell? From 1-year-old to 15-year-old, you are telling whatever you wear, it's okay. After 16, nahi beta dhakna chahiye. Kyun dhakna chahiye? 15 years you didn't tell. Why should it wear? Khatam. I told that thing, one family vanished. कुछ भी बोलना डरना पड़ रहा होता. बोलना नहीं बोलना. नहीं, लेकिन डरने की जरूरत नहीं. बोल देंगे. क्या बोलो? बोलना नहीं बोलना. बोलना चाहिए ना. मैं कौन बोलेगा? पेरेंट्स भी डर रहे हैं आजकल. Sometimes some parents tell me, रोजी आप बोलो ना. मुझसे क्यों बोल रहा है? Why are you asking me to tell? Why don't you tell? नहीं, हमारे बात. She's coming to class. You tell. So Prabhuji, great difficulty. She's coming to class. You also know. I also know. I will tell one sentence. She'll not come to the class. घर में भी गई, बाहर भी गई. खत्म. Then what will you do? नहीं Prabhuji, थोड़ा बोलो. थोड़ा बोलो. पूरा रिस्क मेरे पे. I don't know how all of you will die. I know how we will die. One fellow from Satsang will bring a knife and kill me on the way. I know my death one day. So nobody likes good advice today. My humble request to everybody here. Don't think I'm pointing anybody. Come in traditional dress. Please. When you're coming to Satsang, come in a traditional dress. Mataji wear a sari or a chudidar. Chunni also, please. Important. We are setting an example. Prabhuji's dhoti kurta. Or at least kurta pajama. First kurta pajama. Then after some time, kurta ko nikal ke dhoti replace karo niche. Dhoti is our tradition. Try karo. Thoda dhire badlo. Right? You will feel very nice. When you do that, you will feel very nice. Just imagine me sitting here with jeans and lead t-shirt and telling Bhagavad Gita. Can you imagine? ये कौन आ गया यहाँ पे? It doesn't mix नहीं होता ना, है कि नहीं? परित्राणाय साधूनां बोले क्या बात करो? Lead t-shirt, levi jeans and परित्राणाय साधूनां. अजब लगेगा ना, है कि नहीं? Or one side shaved head with this side hairstyle. धर्म संस्थापनार्थाय संभवमे Prabhuji क्या हो रहा है? So there matters or not? Matters, na? So do something that also matters. Wear tilak. Tilak Mataji is there, but she is not Tilak Mataji. You can also wear tilak. घर में तिलक पहन के आओ. अच्छा ऐसा तिलक पहन के आओ. थोड़ा ऐसे लगा के. Prabhuji नहीं हो रहा. ठीक है ऐसे तिलक लगा के. Like कुछ तो तिलक लगाओ. We are telling I am part of the tradition. Right? I'm part of whatever faith you have. Where that can come so that it gives an indication to him that you are serious. That you are serious. Hey, can you? I don't know how many people are loose now. If you don't see me again, Hare Krishna. Asatyam apratishtham te Jagad ahur anishwaram अपरस्पर संभूतम किम अन्यत काम हैतुकम. They say that this world is unreal, with no foundation, no God in control. They say it's produced for sex desire and has no cause other than lust. That's all. Demonic people, that's what they'll tell. What they'll tell? There is no God. The world is created for our enjoyment. Everything is for enjoyment only. And actually, the whole male and female is to have sex, is to enjoy sex. That's all. Is to have union. Sensual enjoyment. Khao or maro. Khao, piyo or maro. You heard that? खाते रहो या फिर पियो पियो मरो, मरते दम तक पियो. देवदास, मरते दम तक पियो. Right? This is materialistic people. I'm not telling. Krishna knows. He is the creator. He knows. हम सभी को उन्होंने बनाया. वो जानते हैं हमारे बारे में. कौन से लोग कैसे कैसे बनेंगे. He is clearly telling that these people will tell this whole world is for their enjoyment and their lust. That's all. देखो भैया प्रभु जी ये सब मत बोलो. Some people tell me something. प्रभु जी जितना जीना है अच्छा खुश होकर जीना है, अच्छा मस्ती करके जाना है. क्या ये पूरा चीज बोल रहा है. वो बहुत गीता नहीं है, वो उनका गीता है. ठीक है नहीं. This life is not for your sensual enjoyment. भोगैश्वर्य प्रशक्तानाम तया अप्रतिचेतसाम व्यवसायात्मिका बुद्धि समाधौ न विधीयते. Krishna is telling in second chapter, the people who are behind bhoga and aishwarya, they cannot understand vyavasayatmika buddhi, they cannot understand spiritual knowledge. Tapasya is needed. You have to tell no to things which are too much making you attached. Then only you will become detached. Okay? Learn to regulate your habits. Krishna is not against sensual enjoyment. You can tell, अरे प्रभु जी फिर टंग क्यों दिया? टेस्ट टंग दिया और बोलते हैं मत खाओ. ये क्या मतलब है? नहीं, अभी आया प्रसाद आया. आ रहा है वो. अभी आ रहा है. टंग भी सेटिस्फाई करो, डोंट वरी. प्रसाद से सेटिस्फाई करो. Give it to Krishna and eat. Tongue is also satisfied. Ears are also satisfied. Right? In that bar is dum dum diga diga bar. वो गाना भी सुना. Hare Krishna, ये भी सुन सकते. So choose the second one. है ना? कान दिए हैं, सुनना अच्छा लगता है, अच्छे गाने सुनो. Right? आंख दिया है, जगन्नाथ को देखो, उनके आंख देखो. अरे बाप रे, कितने बड़े हैं. है ना? नाक दिया है सुनने के लिए, भगवान को जो पुष्प अर्पित किया उसको सुनो. What flowers you offer to God, उनको सुनो. You see a beautiful flower, immediately take and give it in God in your house. Whatever faith you are, keep that flower there and then smell it. It'll be nice. है ना? Simple. This is called bhakti. We can engage all our senses in service of Krishna. But when you don't do that, then those senses will become uncontrollable. They'll lose control. Have sexual desire. Okay, marry a nice person from a nice family. Together beget children who will become God conscious. Beget 10 children. What is the problem? Okay? Have good relationship in the marriage, more children. And become very busy making them devotees. So you can do all that. Everything can be used in the service of Krishna. But demoniac people will think, no, this world is for our enjoyment. Half of Western world is born on Saturday nights. You know that, right? Saturday night or Friday night. It's a weekend. They go to all these pubs and discos, right? One night stands. Because, it's crazy now. It is coming to India now. It's coming to India. Very much prevalent. So unfortunate. What we used to see in the movies. One male and female, they'll meet in some pub. They look at each other, and that night they're sleeping. Khatam. And recently, one of my friends was telling that is there in a web series, in Indian web series. So what is not acceptable is now being made acceptable by making it prevalent in every movie and every web series. Okay. So it is happening in front of our eyes. We are being influenced. We are being influenced. So you should remember, no, I don't want to do that. I don't do that. Because if you have children at the wrong time, with the wrong person, in the wrong consciousness, then Hiranyakashipu and Hiranyaksha will come. That's what happened. Kashyap Muni told, no, this is not the right time. No, not now. Aditi told, no. I am asking for it now. Immediately looked at the Supreme Lord, he said, your desire will be fulfilled. I think there is some plan. And as soon as she begetted, as soon as she conceived, immediately Kashyap Muni told, we have come. The most demoniac people on the planet have come. And that's what came out. Hiranyaksha and Hiranyakashipu. So when you have these illicit relationships, when there is illicit sex in the society, especially all of your youngsters and doing it, you can expect Hiranyaksha and Hiranyakashipu in your house. They will show up all the qualities as they grow. As they grow, they'll show up their qualities. You know what I'm saying? So, Vivaha is very important in life. You can't be, a bachelor. You have to get married. Get married and in a nice family and have good children. Train them in Krishna consciousness. Your life will be peaceful. If you don't do that, your life will be in problem. Dharma rakshati rakshitaha. If you protect Dharma, Dharma will protect you. If you protect Dharma, Dharma will protect you. Somebody was going in a ship. He saw small boats are tied to that ship. And they're tied. One fellow asked, why are you tying that boat? That's a boat. Nah? What is the reason to protect the boat? It will anyway, the boat have to be with us. We are in a ship. What is the reason to protect the boat? When the ship sank, what did they do? They all got into the boats. If you protect that boat, the boat will protect you. Dharma is also like that. You protect Dharma, one day the Dharma will protect you. Why am I conducting these classes? To protect Dharma. One day this Dharma will protect me. This Dharma will protect my children. This Dharma will protect your children. It's very important to do this. In every community, we should have Bhagavad Gita classes. And we should have Ramayana part. We should have Mahabharata part. We should have Bhagavad part. Why? It will protect you one day. It will protect your children. When they become vulnerable to bad habits, drugs, your speech will not stop them. The example from scriptures will elevate them. Etam drishtim avasthabhya nastatmano alpa buddhaya prabhavanti ugra karmana kshayaya jagato ahita. Following such conclusions, the demoniac, who are lost to themselves and who have no intelligence, engage in unbeneficial, horrible works meant to destroy the world. Krishna is so beautifully explaining. When your conclusions are like that, the world is for my enjoyment, what will you do? You have no intelligence and they engage in unbeneficial, horrible works meant to destroy the world. You'll use your intelligence in producing things which are not needed. Is a slaughterhouse needed? Is it needed? But you produce the slaughterhouse. So on a press of a so many living entities are killed. Just press of a button. Right? So many. You see that video of Charlie Chaplin yourself? Huh? In 1920s and 30s, he was so intelligent to make that video. The modern times. Charlie Chaplin was a very nice person. He could understand that this is where the world is going. Huh? What is the need to make a machine that will feed you? Krishna has given mouth, Krishna has given hands. You can choose what to eat when. No. To save this time in the office, we created a machine and look at that what the machine did. Hare Krishna. So jovial it is shown, but that is what is happening. And if you further see that movie, modern times, you'll see, how people are working. He has two tools. He's fixing that. The belt is going. He's fixing. Taka, 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 taka. When the shift stops, still he's doing like this. Yeah, shift has stopped. Now he can eat. He doesn't know how to eat because his hands are like this. He's holding food. He's throwing food here and there. Because he's so used to doing. That is what is happening with all of us. Our offices, our schedules, our tension, our all that. We are not able to come out of it even after coming. People say, shut off your office and come when you come to the house. And shut off your house when you go to the office. That is applicable then, not now. कैसे करोगे? उग्र कर्म इतना करने के बाद, how can you shut it off? You're having meeting 1, meeting 2, meeting 3, meeting 3, meeting 4, meeting 5, meeting 6, meeting 7. And after all that meetings, your son will come and tell, Papa, आप मेरे साथ खेलोगे? I said, bet. Right? I don't have time for you. Because you're so tense. You're not a machine. You can switch off. Right? So people are becoming like that. And when in all that tension, when they see anybody advising them, they become even more angry. Say, who are you to advise me? I know what to do in life. Like that. So you can see this happening in your life. Engage in unbeneficial, horrible works meant to destroy the world. Prabhupada is writing in the purport about animal killing. Kamam ashritya dushpuram dambamana madhanvita mohat grihitva grahan pravartante asuchi vrata taking shelter of insatiable lust and absorbed in the conceit of pride and false pride. The demoniac, thus illusioned, are always sworn to unclean work, attracted by the impermanent. This one translation has so many things in it, but we'll not spend too much time understanding. Let's start from the back. Attached to impermanent. Impermanent things we are attached. What are the impermanent things? What are the permanent things? Permanent is our soul. Permanent is God. Rather than being attached or attaching our soul to God, we are more attached to iPhone. Which is it permanent? We are attached to our house. Is it permanent? It's not. Our car, is it permanent? It's not. We are only attached to impermanent things. When we are attached to impermanent things, when the impermanent thing starts perishing, it will create tension. You are attached to this body. Is it permanent? No. Then, always want to unclean work. They don't look for what is purity of doing anything. They are very attracted to doing unclean things. Getting up in the morning, not taking bath first. Having breakfast without eating, without taking bath. Right? Or starting the work, office work also, without brushing teeth. Right? In Vedic times, people would not talk after they get up. They would go completely freshen up themselves, and then they'll come out. Right? Unclean work. And also, cleanness of work also is related to what kind of work. Illusion, their illusion, the demoniac, the false prestige, pride of false prestige. I am this, I am that, I am this, I am that. No humility. Taking shelter of insatiable lust. Insatiable means never satisfied lust. Kamagnino achyutarusha sudurbarena. Brahma is telling. Kamagnina. There is no end to this lust. Achyutarusha. No end to anger. Right? Absorbed in conceit of false and false pride. That is the situation. Yes. Yeah. Chintam aparimeyam cha pralayantam upashrita kamopabhoga parama etavad iti nischita आशापाश सतैर्बद्ध काम क्रोध परायण इहन्ते काम भोगार्थम अन्यायेनार्थ संचयान. They believe that to gratify the senses is the prime necessity of human civilization. Thus, until the end of life, their anxiety is immeasurable. Bound by a network of hundreds, of thousands, of desires, and absorbed in lust and anger, they secure money by illegal means for sense gratification. Is he speaking of something that's happening? Think about it. That's all is happening around. Sunday आते ही क्या चाहिए? हाँ? Non-veg. Or forget about non-veg. Which restaurant will we go and eat? Huh? Which restaurant will go and eat? Why don't you cook in the house? No, आज cooking bun. Monday to Friday, ऐसे भी cooking bun. You'll eat in the office, eat there, eat there. Sunday at least, cooking bun. Right? What else? Until the end of life, anxiety is immeasurable. There, everybody is in anxiety. Is anybody peaceful outside? No. How much are you earning? 50,000. 40,000 home loan le lo. For future. Present mein, row. Right? Arey, be peaceful. No. घर बनाना जिंदगी में उसको भी करे मेरे को भी करे. Is anybody happy in a house which is filled with loans? Rented house is much better. If you don't like, you can change the house also. Right? So much anxiety. You buy a house for 2, 3, 4 crore rupees. Your earning is not that much. You already bank has paid. Say one day I was sitting in a balcony, I was seeing one fellow on cycle was going. Then one fellow in Maruti was going. Then one fellow in Audi was going. Then one fellow in BMW was going. I felt that fellow on cycle is the richest fellow because he owns that cycle. Remaining 3 vehicles, ICICI, HDFC and some other bank owns. That fellow is just going that vehicle, but उसका loan कौन भर रहा है? उसी को भरना पड़ रहा है कि नहीं? So who is happy? The fellow on cycle is happy. पता नहीं cycle का भी loan आ रहा है? I don't know. Earlier cycle was 2,000 rupees. Now it's 10,000 rupees. I don't know. That also installment.
1.5 to 2 lakhs also.
एक 1.5 2 लाख का साइकिल भी आ गया क्या? You will pedal or it will pedal you? I don't know. अरे कृष्णा, भगवद गीता में जो बोला है एकदम full implement हो रहा है. Bound by a network of hundreds of thousands of desires. Krishna is telling hundreds and thousands of desires. Right? There is no end. I want this, I want that, I want this, I want that, I want this, I want that. Next version, next version, next one, next one, next one. Do you actually need so many versions? You don't need. But network of desires. absorbed in lust and anger. They secure money by illegal means. Everybody is doing illegal business. Many, many businesses. If somebody is doing illegal business, can he be happy, peaceful? All the time he will be in anxiety. We'll just do this one. Yeah. Idam adya maya labdham imam prapshe manoratham idam asthidam apime भविष्यन्ति पुनर्धनम ये बोल भविष्यन्ति पुनर्धनम समझ गए असौ मया हत शस्त्रौ सॉरी असौ मया हत शत्रुर हनिष्ये चापरान अपि ईश्वरो अहम अहम भोगी सिद्धो अहम बलवान सुखी आद्यो अभिज्ञवान अस्मि को अन्यो अस्ति सदृशो मया यक्षे दास्यामि मोदिष्य इति अज्ञान विमोहिता. Now just focus on this verse. Huh? Tell me if you feel you are in Gachibowli. The demoniac person thinks, सभी लोग एकदम focus होके सुनो है. Krishna is telling. When I read this verse first time, I understood where am I. The demoniac person is thinking. He thinks. Please repeat after me. The demoniac person thinks. So much wealth do I have today, and I will gain more according to my schemes. So much is mine now, and it will increase in the future. More and more. He is my enemy, and I have killed him. And my other enemies will also be killed. I am the Lord of everything. I am the enjoyer. I am perfect, powerful, and happy. I am the richest man, surrounded by aristocratic relatives. There is none so powerful and happy as I am. I shall perform sacrifices, and I shall give some charity, and thus I shall rejoice. In this way, such persons are deluded by ignorance. Hare Krishna. Is everybody here exposed? I am exposed, I can tell you that. This is what people are thinking. And Krishna is telling, these are demoniac people. This is demoniac tendency. Demon बोलते ये मत सोचो इसे बड़ा राक्षस की तरह है, ऐसे भी लगता है राक्षस देखने को. They are wasting their life behind money, accumulation, properties, prestige, position, unlimited desires, unlimited schemes, mutual funds, investment options, real estate. क्या है पूरा? That is what Krishna is telling. These people think that's all it is. And at the end, what do? Some charity, some puja in the house, some, he's telling, sacrifices. They'll also do sacrifices. But their main heart is where? Enjoyment. Enjoyment, there is nothing wrong. Enjoyment without Krishna. The only difference between lust and love is, lust is when you want to enjoy, love is when you enjoy with God. Yeah.
In terms of accumulation part, I mean, this is one doubt which was asked to me by some person. It goes like this. When I was preaching, then he answered, he asked a question. Now, you are living in so-and-so posh society. Now, your stomach is full. Now, you are preaching. Just adjacent to the wall, there is a slum. So, go and preach them and see whether they can come. They have a feeling that let my appetite be full, then I come and then I go first. So, I mean, I did not know how to answer this question. question. And now he says that his point is valid. I mean, in a way, sitting in a villa, sitting in a posh society, preaching, it appears very sound and nice. Just adjacent to this is a slum area. You go and tell them, यार मेरा पेट ही मेरा कल का खाना कहाँ से आया मुझे मालूम नहीं है. अब भजन करूँ या पैसा कमाऊँ?
भूखे पेट भजन ना होगा, कुछ बोलते हैं ना. Yeah. So Prabhuji, answer to this is very simple. We are thinking that people who are leading a middle class life or a lower middle class life, they will not be attracted to satsang. I can tell you, if I do this satsang in a village, there will be 400 people here. When we did Rath Yatra also, right, we did a Rath Yatra in 20 plus communities. Among these 20 plus communities, 4 communities were on the road and in not very opulent colonies. Simple people, middle class. 5,000-6,000 people came, bro. We were wondering how to manage prasad. Like BHEL we did, Manikunda we did, and Bachpalli we did, right? And near Alvin Crossroads on colonies, the Matrishinagar we did. We were amazed. And actually my wife was telling, why are you preaching in this kind of society where nobody is interested? We are taking the mic shouting, in my own buildings. Niche aao, rath khincho. God has come to give darshan. What are you thinking? Niche aage. You're not coming. So, actually devotion is more. And you become more vulnerable for devotion when you are in troubles. When you are too much in, what do you call it? Comfort zone, you will not come towards God. In my home also, people come to devotion because there is a leak in the bathroom. Or your inverter is not working, power backup is not working. You get frustrated. What is this life? I'll go to Bhagavad Gita class. होना चाहिए ऐसा. जब ये प्रॉब्लम आ गया तभी भगवान याद आएगा ना. Oh God, कब बोलते हो? When your laptop doesn't start. Meeting has started, laptop is not. Oh God! If laptop started, God is here. कहाँ का याद आएगा God? So it's a good thing, But the anxiety that we go through is more than the anxiety they go through. You know why? Because their expectations are very low. People in gated communities need more Bhagavad Gita classes because these people are more frustrated. They are more frustrated. छूते ही frustration बाहर आएगा. Right? So we do in these gated communities. Patients, this is ICU. That is general ward. General ward also people go. But intensive care is needed ICU. So ये पूरा ICU है. Intensive care community. No, intense community under care, whatever, ICU. So this is the problem. And why we are preaching in community is because we want leaders to come out of these communities and show them and tell them that happiness is not here. Sorry, did I tell the opposite of Krishe logo? When you enter my home, Krishe kya rahta hai? Happiness is here. Sunday mornings it is here, that I know. But every day, I don't know every other time happiness is here or no. Happiness is here when God is here. Who will tell? Abhi, one fellow in the slums will organize a class and he'll tell everybody come. मैं बताऊंगा खुशी किधर है. उसको तुमको खुश है क्या पहले? What is your situation? But if somebody from this community goes and tells them that actually आप लोग खुश हो, हम लोग वहाँ हैं लेकिन खुश नहीं, then the impact is more. Impact is more. So we are trying to preach in communities so that community leaders will go and tell the people at all levels that this is how you should not aspire for something here because here the happiness is not there. I am coming to you because to find happiness. Yad yad acharati shrestha tat tat evataro jana sayat pranamam kurte lokastada bhavate. Krishna is telling. Whatever great acharan, yad yad acharati shrestha. Shrestha meaning successful people in life, leaders. If they whatever they do, common people will follow. Tat tat evataro jana. Sayat pranamam kurte lokasada bhavate. We have to have good example to set an example. If a person who is rich goes to the temple, keeps his head on the floor and does dandavat pranam in front of God, A person who's poor will take inspiration from that. That even he is so rich, but still he is submissive to God. So we need not just rich as in rich, even more knowledgeable people. You have an IIT gold medal, you have ISB degree or whatever. Then you come to satsang. So this is great. This is great. You know? So we need right examples. That is why we do preaching in gated societies.
Yeah, देखिए यहाँ से just across there, बस्ती है यहाँ पे. They are constructing a beautiful temple. And here we are having so many problems.
अभी resolution pass कर रहे हैं हम लोग. वो पता नहीं है resolution का solution कब आएगा धीरे-धीरे आएगा. I'm grateful at least the management committee in this building took a decision that we will go ahead. That itself is a big achievement. Good people are there who are actually thinking about it. वो thought तो आ गया है ना. Many places the thought also will not come, and even if it comes, they'll completely butcher it off. There is no question and discussion of a temple. Why not a masjid? Why not a church? Why not a? अरे वो भी बनाओ यार, लेकिन इसको बनाने दो. Actually, the people who will come and talk about secularism and say why not this, why not that, they are not favorable to either. Because if you love God, can't you see God in others? My Guru Maharaj, his name is Radhanath Swami. He is a Jewish American who came to Krishna consciousness. He was sitting in Bombay and he was sitting with two friends in Marina Beach. Every evening, those two friends will come and sit. So he used to go and sit there. Just wandering boy sitting in front. And one was a mullah in a masjid. And one was a Brahman in a temple. And both of them are friends. And he used to go and sit there. And he used to wonder, they used to tell so many things, laugh with each other, Marina Beach, they used to have a good time in the evening. तो बोला अल्लाह अकबर, ये बोलेगा जय श्री राम, चला गया अपने घर, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं. ऐसा होना चाहिए, ऐसा होना चाहिए. मैं नहीं बोल रहा सब लोग गलत है, सब लोग सही है, ऐसा होना चाहिए. Then he asked, as an inquisitive boy, he asked at that time, how come you are able to find so much commonality between you when the whole countries are fighting in the name of religion? Then that priest, Hindu priest, he looked at his friend, he said, should I answer? He said, yes, go ahead, answer. He said, simple answer. If you wear suit and, track suit, whatever, office suit and everything with a tie and go to your house, you have a dog in your house, will the dog recognize you? Yes or no? It will recognize you? It will come to you, right? Oh, it will come. Huh? If you wear dhoti kurta and go to your house, will the dog recognize you? Yes or no? It will recognize you. Right? If you wear nothing and go, right? You go completely naked. Will the dog recognize you? It will recognize you. The dog is better than all of us. Right? The dog is better than all of us. If you can't see your Krishna in somebody else's faith, if he can't see his worshipable being in your faith, what good is your faith? What good is your faith? This is Sanatan Dharma. This is called Vasudeva Kutumbakam. And that is there in our culture, it's there in our heart. You don't need to include secularism in a preamble of a constitution and tell be secular. अरे secularism तो हमारे रग रग में है. You don't have to teach us what is secularism. But unfortunately, people today are talking about secularism to us, who have been accommodative, open, inviting, treating a guest as a god. Right? Atiti Devo Bhava. But if that Atiti is destroying my house, then Krishna is not telling sit quiet and tell Atiti Devo Bhava. Saying lift the weapon and tell that fellow not to destroy my house. Right? So you should understand to see God in everybody, in everything, and that is actual spirituality. Krishna says, Pandita Samadarshina. Who is Pandita? The one who is able to see everybody with equal vision. Seeing with equal vision is only possible if you see beyond his body. If you see beyond his body, then only you will see with equal vision. One day I was going to Visakhapatnam many years ago, and Bombay I was going, sorry, in train. Only I was going. I got that side work. So two people had to sit. The opposite fellow was a Muslim. I was chanting. He was looking at me. After that, we had 6 hours conversation. I said, see, you want to talk to me? Are you open to listen? If you're open to listen, then only I'll talk. Otherwise, I have nothing against you. I said, no, I want to understand why you do this, why you do that. I explained him one by one by one. He was amazed. He said, sir, so many misconceptions are removed. I was told so many things. Now, I think I'm very clear. Now I understand why you're doing what you're doing. He told Hare Krishna before he left. There's no problem. But I will not tell this to anybody and everybody, provided they want to talk. If you want to listen, ask your question with an open mind, I will tell. And I also asked why they do what they do. And he also told. I also felt some things are very good. He asked about, meat eating and something. I told, see, this is why we tell no. About cow killing, I told, this is why we tell no. He understood, yeah, you're right. You're actually right. There is no need. So who is creating all this divide? The divide is created with a business motive. Some people are doing it for a purpose. Terrorism is a business. It's not a sentiment. So it is happening. So people, if they sit down and talk, there is a dialogue, then a lot of things can be resolved. But people don't want to sit down and talk. They only want to debate. Debate happens when you don't want to listen to the opposite person. You see Arnab Goswami's debates? Do you see anybody listening to anybody? Only we are listening to everybody. Nobody is listening to anybody. What is the use of the debate? Actually, what is the use? Okay, you can say some use is there. You at least are knowing how people are thinking. But then at the end of the day, kya ho raha hai? It's not helping anybody. It's better have two people sit down and make them clarify, or one person also clarify what is wrong, what is right. Read Bhagavad Gita, understand Bhagavad Gita, and understand who is a demoniac character, understand who is a good person, bad person. Who has to decide? Krishna has to decide. Krishna is telling clearly who is a demoniac person, who is a bad person. So we are all attending Bhagavad Gita class, so we are all understanding who is a demoniac, who is a bad. So at least we will put an effort to not do those demoniac things. At least we'll put an effort. Other people, what is the hope? There is no hope. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. Prabhu is starting as a mail Bhagavatam. He's a nursing arti expert.
Namaste Narasimhaya. Namaste Narasimhaya. नाम कीर्तन की शिवमणि प्रहलाद महाराज की ऐसी भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी शील प्रभुपाद की लीलानंदा प्रभु जी की
हमारे लिटिल प्रभु की हरे कृष्णा थैंक यू हरे कृष्णा so wonderful Bhakti Vinash Nrsimhadev Bhagwan ki jai. So we are so after the Rath Yatras, just a last announcement. So after the Rath Yatras there has been a lot of positive energy that has gone into positive blessings have gone into many communities, and many people who come from different communities are approaching me and few others and asking, Prabhu, हमारे कॉलोनी का क्या होगा, हमारे community का क्या होगा, which is a good thing. It's a good thing. They want to have Janmashtami, Rath Yatra, all these properly done in their community. Festivals bring people together. How many of you agree on this? Festival is needed. Any religion, festival brings people together. Sanatana Dharma can be alive when there are vibrant festivals. Vibrant. नहीं तेरे घर में फेस्टिवल, तेरे घर में नहीं, सबका फेस्टिवल है यहाँ पे. गणेश चतुर्थी होने दो, जन्माष्टमी होने दो, शिवरात्रि होने दो, नवरात्रि होने दो, जगन्नाथ रथ यात्रा होने दो, but festivals are very important. So we are starting a new. Now if you think, Prabhuji, I don't think I can become a preacher, Prabhuji. Even I used to think like that. Do you all feel I am able to preach? Teach? Then if you all feel that I am able to preach, you all can preach better. That's the truth. It's very nice to think like that. But you have to have it, take a little self-initiative. Thoda self-initiative. Preaching can happen at different levels. Right? Matajis here can learn and preach in your hostels, girls' hostels. You can have class. Repeat it. Boys here can teach in boys' hostels. Grahasthas together, husband and wife can preach in their community. Start with a little and start repeating. Preaching doesn't mean you have to manufacture knowledge. Tension tab aata hai jab you have to manufacture knowledge. You don't have to manufacture. What is there? Read. And you have so many classes recorded, so many examples are already given. Write it down, quote. That's what I did. I'm doing it today. Today's class also, I repeated some examples from my Shiksha Guru. Every day I have to hear, every day I have to read. Then only knowledge can be spoken. So I'm doing this preacher's training course. So if you all, some of you who are chanting 16 rounds, that is one condition. Chanting 16 rounds, or about to reach the 16 rounds. And you're committed, regularly coming here. You want to learn how to preach. It's also, it's not an art or something. More important, consciousness. How you should carry before you start preaching. What is the consciousness? So now you are sitting in a, you will sit in a upadi. You are expected to behave in a certain way, expected to speak in a certain way. Right? All this you will learn. And this course will also teach you how to be a devotee care servant, DCS. Many in future, for example, Bhagavad Gita course will get over now. We are in 16th chapter, maybe another couple of months, 18th chapter हो जाएगा. उसके बाद क्या होगा? We are going to start a new batch. New batch again. Here only will start. Again, everybody in the residence will tell. You will also go and tell your friends. Please come, new batch is starting. New SSR, Science of Circulation. At that time, what will be your role? Two roles. One, devotee care servant. Second is learning again. More becoming fixed in what you have learned. Clarifying what you have heard and forgotten. So at that time, you will be more inviting to people. Like a new person comes, everybody will take care of him. Everybody will, make sure that they're comfortable. You will create a festive environment. And this is how satsang grows. This is how satsang grows. Right? Not that same people are continuing doing the same knowledge. You will all have your sadhana. You will all have to start chanting your rounds. Right? And young people have to come forward. Young people, old people also. Everybody. They all have to come forward. And come forward and learn how to do. And learn. After that, you can either become a DCS, active DCS. You're already doing devotee care service. You're going and serving prasadam. After the class, you're taking this to my house. All this part of DCS. And coming and helping in festivals. They all committed rangolis. Right? So nice. So all this part of DCS. But actively helping the preacher. Organizing in your society. If you're not from this society, some of you are not. So organizing in your society. Right? Somebody else will come and preach. Will you open your gates or the doors of your house, conduct in my house? Right? So become instrumental and active. And then you can see children like this who are benefiting from it. Don't you want many children to become like this? Who are coming to a class and who are hearing. Don't you want your grandchildren to become like this? Don't you want your sisters' children, your children to become like this? You want. So if you want that, then you should work on it. Dharma rakshati rakshata. We have to do our part, then Dharma will save us. So send the invite, I'll send once again. Real humility is to do it. Not saying I cannot do it. Real humility is to do it. Is to go ahead and take that step. Start chanting if you're not chanting. Chanting is important. And chanting is remembering God. Remember God. And this is a very good medium to remember God. Right? And whatever age you are, my father, he took up Krishna consciousness when he was 65 years old. Right? 65 years. Retired, everything over. Then he took up Krishna consciousness because I came. He finished Bhagavatam before I finished. Because see, he is matured. We're all, you've seen life. You will be able to relate to what Krishna is speaking more easier than somebody like me. Or somebody at lesser age. And when he speaks to people, they used to get more impactfully affected than me speaking. Because they have seen life. आपने life देखा है, बहुत कुछ झेला है. And now you are speaking Bhagavad Gita. It's very, very appealing. Right? And youngsters can also preach. Everybody can do. Don't slow down from here, go upwards. Fountain should always be with pressure. Otherwise, what will happen to the water? It will go down. Spiritual life also should be like a fountain. Always in pressure. Prabhuji, some people tell, Prabhuji, हो गया ना इतने लोग, अरे क्यों बेकार में फिर से चालू करें? नहीं, fountain का pressure चालू रहना चाहिए. Because what is the natural tendency of fountain? It will go down. If there is no pressure, water will go down. Material life is also, when materialistic life is there, it will always go down. Unless you always have spiritual pressure. Create. अभी जन्माष्टमी आ रहा है. Already planning has started. Already 22 communities we are doing जन्माष्टमी. Right? Now, प्रभु जी अभी तो जगन्नाथ रथ यात्रा है. भैया जन्माष्टमी के बाद क्या आएगा? गोवर्धन पूजा आएगा. उसके बाद क्या आएगा? हाँ? फिर बुक डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन आएगा. उसके बाद क्या आएगा? गौर पूर्णिमा आएगा. गौर पूर्णिमा के बाद क्या आएगा? फिर एक नित्यानंद, so many festivals, one by one. नरसिंह चतुर्दशी. फिर रथ यात्रा. प्रभु फिर रथ यात्रा अभी तो किया. Yes. Spiritual life should be like that. Gap नहीं देने का. If you give gap, बीच में माया आ जाएगा. Right? ट्रैफिक में जाते समय थोड़ा गैप देने से क्या होता है, ऑटो वाला आ जाता है उसके अंदर. Spiritual life is also like that. No gaps. For that, you should be more trained. We all have to be trained. So I recommend, Srinivas Prabhu, Kunsi Prabhu, Baburam Prabhu, youngsters, Prabhuji, everybody, not taking names, everybody, take the next step. Because time is coming close. I don't know whose time is when. Krishna should get a signal that these people are serious about coming back to me. And that signal should come every day. Right? So opportunities are there. There are many communities. There are more than 400 communities in Gachibowli alone, big and small. Our outreach has reached only 20. What percentage is that? Not 5%. Where are we? Right? And many new are coming. Already you can see buildings are there. Right? If our country should have good culture, if our children and we should be in good environment, and if you want the society to be happy, then we all should be those instruments of God who will bring that change. Right? Krishna can bring it himself, but his way of bringing is Kurukshetra. Khatam. अब वो कराना है तो बोलो, वो कर देंगे आके. लेकिन हमारा कराना थोड़ा अलग है. कृष्णा चलो, just wait for some more time. गच्चीपुरी को अभी मत हटाओ. थोड़ा होप है यहाँ पे. We'll preach. थोड़ा लोग डिवोटी बनेंगे. Don't worry. कृष्णा ठीक है. I am giving you 2 more years. उसके बाद सभी सॉफ्ट ग्रुप पूरा कंपनी उड़ जाएगा यहाँ से. सब उड़ जाएगा. Everybody is going to go one day. Isn't it? हरे कृष्ण. Thank you very much. महाप्रसादे गोविंदे. नाम ब्राह्मणे वैष्णवे. स्वल्प पुण्य वतन राजन. विश्वासो निवजायते. शारीरा विद्याजाल. जडेन्द्रिय त्राहे काल. जीवे फैले विषय सागरे. तारा मध्य जीवयति. लोभमाय सुदुर्मति. ताके जेटा कठिन संसारे. कृष्ण बड़ा दयामय. कोरी वारे जुआ जाए. सह प्रसाद न दिलो भाई. श्रेय नम्रत पाओ. श्री राधा कृष्णा गुण गाओ. प्रेमे डाको चैतन्यताय. जय निमाय जय निताय. जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद. श्री अद्वैत गदाधर. श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद. हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे. हरे राम 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 हरे हरे. श्री जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्रा माई निताय गौरंग लक्ष्मी नरसिंह स्वामी गौर निताय प्रसादम की जय. हरि बोल. हरे कृष्ण. हरे कृष्ण.